know what's so attractive about younger women? Because a lot of these dudes talk about fertility and looks and stuff. I don't actually think it's that. I think that in the modern world, in the days of old, right, you'd meet a woman, you get married, you be together, whatever. In the modern world, if I meet a girl who's 33 and single, I know the amount of dick that's been through her before me is just simply unattractive. I don't care how nice you are, but you're 33 years old. How many men have fun? If I get a 19-year-old girl, I might be her second or third man, right? I'm going to be dude number fucking 29, and all the trauma and heartbreak and bullshit they put you through, you're going to try and bring to my door? Like, well, my last man cheated. I don't give a like, I don't care. Like, why is that my problem? So if you pick up older women, you have to accept they've been on the carousel longer. They've had more fucking rides, more spins. I don't want that shit. When I see a beautiful young woman, I know that she has a very low body count. And also, but the truth is this. Women's mentality is absolutely connected to sex. If a woman sleeps with a bunch of men, it's harder to penetrate her mind and make her fall in love with you. It is unattractive too. And it's unattractive. It is. But if she's had 30 dudes inside of her, she really gonna think, you know what, this guy's so special, or she's gonna think, you know what, he talked to me rude, I'll just go get a new guy. Whereas if a woman's only been with a few guys, she's much more likely to fall in love with you, be a better partner. So the likelihood of her falling completely in love with you and staying loyal to you and really believing you're the only man for her after being through so much trauma and so many men and sleeping with so many dudes and having her heart broken and having those memories of her ex and all that crap she's been through is far less likely than meeting a nice, young, beautiful girl who hasn't been with many men and she goes, you know what, this is the guy, I like him. Every woman who knows this and every man who watches this can be honest. Women fall in love with the person they lose their virginity to or their second or third guy. They really remember them. They really love them. Any woman who slept with 50 dudes, she doesn't even remember who most of them are. She doesn't care. If a woman slept with a bunch of men before you, she's less likely to stick it out through a difficult period in a relationship. She's more likely to just think, you know what, new answer's new dick.
That's a pretty good answer.
And that's the truth. Let me make something clear. If I meet a beautiful 30-year-old woman, I'm not saying I won't sleep with her.
That's pretty fucking old.
Yeah, 30. What are you, crazy?
There's been times I was drunk.
Okay, so we're just gonna really quick just have you guys give your reaction to that. Go ahead.
I think he's actually so disgusting, but I don't give a fuck because like that's not the type of man that I'm trying to go for.
Yeah.
And I would never ever date someone like that. So I don't even care what he thinks. Like, I don't care.
More thoughts. We need a bit more thoughts on that from
that's
you.
Like 100% where I'm at
Literally,
too.
like I just like it like disgusts me to hear his voice and the things that he says. Like he's almost like in a way and everything, and like the whole like I don't know. That's just me. But
yeah,
he is going for younger women because of that, and like it just doesn't like I don't know.
How is he like?
Wait, let her finish.
He has talked about like multiple occasions how he goes for like 18-year-old women. He's an older man, like, and it's because they've been like run through less and everything. And I don't know.
Let's let the girls give their take, and then we'll come in. But just to be clear, I think we shouldn't even use that word on YouTube. But he is talking about adult. Just to clarify, he is talking about adult women. But really quick, let's continue on here. So what's your take on the video?
Well, he's just really stupid. Like, he just talks like a really stupid person. And usually I don't even react to really stupid people. I'm just like, oh, all right, moving on with my life. No time to waste. But for the purpose of this exercise, I would just be like, he's really insecure. Like, probably has a really small dick, but some guys with small dicks are super fucking confident and awesome and cool. So yeah, it's just
let's not penis size shame here. Let's not shame.
He's shaming. What do you mean?
He's like, shaming women.
Like,
let's not shame.
He's shaming age and like, whatever. No.
He can shame as much as he wants.
Let's be nice to the gentleman with small penises here.
He's just very insecure. He's like, oh, if like this girl has slept with 30 men, then who am I to them? I'm like, oh, wow, so you must not be very good in bed then, right?
What if he's fantastic in bed?
Then why would he care?
Right.
Wait.
Why would he say like, oh, like there's been 30 guys, therefore she wouldn't love me anymore? I'm like, oh, all right. So you can only go up against 5, not 30, right?
Sure.
All right.
He literally said like, well, something's going to go wrong and she's going to just see herself out and find somebody better. Like 100%. She's going to see herself out and find somebody better. That's just, he wants girls who don't know that there's a way out. He wants girls that don't know that there are people that are going to respect them and treat them well. That's how I was at 18 and 19 too. I thought that the guy that I was going to be with for the rest of my life was this fucker who absolutely treated me like shit. Like I thought that was it for me. And luckily I figured out that it wasn't, So it's like, that's very true. When you're that age, you think that that's all that there is. You have a very, very small view of guys in the world. And like, That's absolutely terrible that he wants somebody that doesn't understand that you could be treated better.
Alex, did you have something else you wanted to add there? It looked like maybe you wanted to.
No, I was just saying facts. So because I did see like that video of him talking about how he could like imprint like a younger woman and everything, and it is like he is trying to like take advantage of younger women that don't know better. And that's.
And every single girl can definitely admit that when we're 18 and 19, we don't know. We don't know a good relationship yet. Like, we will not. Unless you're very, very lucky and you get one that age, but a lot of people don't. Like, I did not get a good relationship until I was like 23. So it's like...
But so just really quick here, do you think that he's wrong for wanting to or having the preference of dating younger women?
I don't think that exact preference is wrong, but I think that his motivation of them staying with him because they will stay with him for no matter how he treats them, I think that is wrong.
I don't think that's what he's saying. I think he's saying
that's exactly what he said.
I think he's saying he doesn't want women with a ton of baggage.
He said exactly, if things go wrong, she's gonna leave me for somebody else. If things are hard, she's gonna leave me for somebody else. If things are that wrong where you feel like you need to leave, I feel like every person in a relationship, no matter guy or woman, should feel like they can leave and feel like if it's bad enough to where you want to leave, you should be able to leave.
That's fair.
But couldn't it be that someone that's been with 50 people, they're just so quick to just move on, so he wants someone that's going to be more invested.
I don't think that's true.
You were saying that earlier in the conversation. Sure. You were literally saying
it's easier to move on if I'm being treated like shit. If I'm being treated so badly to where it's hurting my mental health and where it's not healthy for me to be in the relationship, I feel more confident in myself now because I know how to be treated well and I know what good relationships look like. I've left relationships not because they were bad, just because it was time for me to leave. It wasn't right for me in other parts of my life, but I know how to be treated well. I know that some relationships that I've been in, they've treated me great. There was other reasons why it needed to end. So like I've learned how to be treated well, and I've noticed different ways where I can be treated well. I'm not going to stay with somebody who's treating me badly because I think that's my only option. When I was 18, 19, 20, I thought that was my only option. So I've learned from being in different relationships what it's like to be treated well.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point.
Really quick, we're going to get to you, Jane. Okay. Just really quick, what is your kind of first impression or just your thoughts, not necessarily on what he just said, but just your thoughts on him?
Disgusting.
Can you say that again when the camera's on you?
Disgusting.
Stupid.
I just think that it's predatory. It is. It's predatory. I'm not saying to like younger people. I'm just saying to people who don't have experience. It's definitely dangerous.
So here's how I feel. I feel like what he's trying to say is the reason he likes to go for younger women is one, they have less baggage. Two, they have this innocence about them. But
Actually, Jane, why don't we just move you over here now?
Okay.
Sorry.
It's fine.
Bye.
I'm just gonna get up and waddle over here now. Okay. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
But where I'm trying to go with this is that a good man would support a younger girl, right? Not just financially, but emotionally, and lead her well. That's technically what you would want in a relationship, right? If you're going towards a biblical setting. If you're non-religious, then how you feel you want to be led is completely different. That is what you would ideally want. He does happen to say some semi-abusive things sometimes about women. I don't support those. I think what he's trying to say is an old school method of, I would rather date a younger woman and support them and give them like that care and that mental strength and, you know, help them grow into this bright young person whoever they're going to be. But in this instances, how he talks about, you know, telling women to send him money, how he says like he can fuck anyone he wants and he can treat women however he feels. That's abusive, that's wrong, and that's toxic. That is not a loving man. That's not a leading man. That's not somebody I'd want to be with. You know, and that's
have you seen some of his other clips?
Oh, I've seen a lot of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I when I first watched him, I watched like a reel or something on TikTok, and I was like, oh yeah, this guy's cool. And then I really watched this shit, and I was like, no, yeah, this is not what I envision for a very, you know, hyper masculine alpha male. I just feel like a real alpha male is someone that's going to lead a woman and support them and let them grow, not abuse them and make them feel like they're just a piece of ass, which is basically what society tries to do to us, you know. So.
It's facts.
That's how I feel about that.
We're going to have Brandon give his take.
Just repeat one more time the question.
Oh, just your reaction to the video we just watched.
You know, the guy's obviously found a pocket where he can voice certain things either calmly or boisterously, and people are going to listen and chime in. For the most part, he's playing to the ear of men. You know, a lot of guys are going to hear what he has to say, and if they don't agree with it, they're going to sound kind of maybe soft or a little, you know, sheltered. So, you know, for the sake of being a guy, they're going to agree with what he says. He does well on YouTube, and he's all about getting a reaction, and that's just about all I hear as far as the substance coming from that man, is he wants a reaction, and he's touching on issues that are sensitive, and he's saying some things that are true, but to kind of generally just cast that as this is what it is, black and white, like, nah, man, he's getting a reaction, and people are reacting to it, and he's doing his job on YouTube.
Tanner?
I couldn't have said it better. Like, for me personally, like, you know, I date kind of like younger women, a few years younger than me. Just like my preference. I guess it would come with like slightly less baggage, but I do think that I've never watched a lot of Andrew Tate's, like, you know, like gone like watch his videos or anything like that. It's like very like small clips, but I think it's a social media algorithm. I mean, I'm sure you know that, Brian. Like the more like out there that you are, the more
he's for sure intentionally being controversial.
100%.
But I think he does believe what he says, but he's obviously hamming it up a bit for the controversy, for attention, you know. So
yeah, definitely. It's gonna like his content is gonna like really, you know, spike a queue with like, you know, just younger men that want to get out there and get after and whatnot. But
I think he's very funny.
It's funny.
I like
doubt, but
I don't
You're
agree,
unfiltered. You know?
I don't agree with everything that he says, but he's for sure funny.
Yeah,
I do agree with him on a good amount. Okay.
What?
I agree with him on some shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll say this. There's actually a lot
Why
of
would
things.
you admit that?
I'll say this right now to back Brian up. There's a lot of things that I agree with that he says.
I mean, they're just
I will also say.
I mean,
I will also say.
like the girl will cook and clean or whatever. I'm chill with that, but like so much.
Wait, just into the microphone, please.
I said, I mean, like, what do you agree with? Like the girl that will cook and clean? Because I'm like, I'm
I'll
chill with
explain it.
that.
I'll
But
explain
like
it.
everything else that he said about the baggage and the young woman and all that shit. What do you mean?
Was 100%
Well,
facts.
let me ask you guys a question
What?
really quick.
Yes.
It's okay. Like they can
Wait, I'm
think
That's
differently
not
than
fair.
that.
I
Like-
want to hear what he's
Yeah,
gonna say.